Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Megan and Dave Untitled Podcast for episode 12, April 3rd, 2019. I'm your host, Megan, and that is Dave over there.
Yeah, I'm over here.
He's over here. So, he realized that I was watching the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, because someone's got a loud TV.
Well, I should lower it. You're right. I'm watching Law and Order. Done, done. Which is on for 21 seasons. That's a long ass time. They're actually gonna catch it to Monday Night Raw, to be honest. Let's be honest.
Let her catch the Simpsons first.
What is the Simpsons up to?
31?
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, it started 89.
Are they going on for 31 seasons?
Yep.
Holy shit noodles.
And they stopped being funny after 10.
I
Bite
don't
me.
even watch this. I don't even watch The Simpsons.
Was that an end to that sentence, or was that it?
I don't watch it. To be fair, I don't even watch The Simpsons because it irks me. I only cartoons I watch is old school Nickelodeon cartoons, so don't at me. Anyway, so starting things off, a little twist around before the wrestling thing. Baseball season has begun.
Yay!
Yay!
9 months of a lot of games, watching some people on a field throw balls around.
Balls. No, not literally. Guys have balls.
We went 2 minutes before we went there.
No, but honestly, this baseball season is going to be a little bit crazy because yesterday they had Bryce Harper returned to Philly. The Nationals fans were like pissed off, and obviously the Phillies fans, they had a truck down to see Harper make his heel turn in DC. So pretty reaction. Yankees, I don't know what the hell they're doing right now. They're driving me nuts. They're like 2-4 of the season, so it's not really a catastrophe yet. So I'm not worried about it yet.
You have like another 200 games to play anyway, so.
I know. Plus rain delays and everything. Plus they're in Baltimore and they have off Friday. All right. So, and of course we got I gotta do the dance. Position player pitching. This past Saturday, ironically enough, it's a Megan favorite. John Ryan Murphy decides to, well, not really decide, because basically the Diamondbacks were getting their ass whooped by the Dodgers. He pitched the 8th and the 9th, and Russell Martin did the 9th. Obviously, Russell Martin is a former Yankee. So ironically enough, there was 2 former Yankees pitching. I told Rhett Bellinger, "Hey, Rhett." Rhett Bellinger is a friend of mine who now writes for the Angels or something. "Hey, Rhett." I told him, and he still gets the jokes like Total Murphy pitched. Ironically enough, the Total whoever line is came from the whole baseball thing where I wanted to do a reality TV show regarding the Minnesota Twins at the time. But Murphy pitched. Obviously, not really a pitcher, but he did the best he could. That's some guts. And then yesterday he killed a ball. He killed the baseball, Dave.
Yeah, you're just saying like a lot of stuff that's probably gonna go over my head. So. Also killed it? What do you mean killed it?
Okay.
It's not like you threw it at a bird or something.
No, that's Randy Johnson. But Murphy hit the ball on the warehouse. That's probably the furthest her run, and it hit something. And that John was big. That home run was big. I don't even know where the hell it went. But it hit. I just know it hit the warehouse. But other than that, baseball season has begun. I just hope that motherfucking Ryan Spielberg's don't try fuck shit. Still got my eye out on you, bitch. Anyway, let's go to the wrestling.
Okay. Uh, with a refresh of the old grudges there. All
Ryan
right.
Silver's still a bitch.
By the way, if there's anybody listening to this that actually got or understood anything that was said the last 5 minutes, please let me know, please. Anyway, before you go any further, so okay, we had the big question mark that we had last week after what happened was when Charlotte won the title. We didn't know what they were gonna do because they didn't say anything. You know, like they didn't know if it was gonna be unification or it was gonna be both titles and all that or whatever. Straight off the bat, they confirmed it. Stephanie came out right away and said that. Well, first off, she came out and said that she's adding herself into the main event, which is April Fools, because April 1. You have to get the one out of the way. But then at the end of but they said the real announcement that is, it's now that Charlotte is SmackDown champion. The main event is now for both Raw and SmackDown titles, which completely throws out the idea that I thought they were going to end the show with the whole 4 horsewomen thing. That squashes it, because that's now not possible. Anything you want to say?
I mean, that eliminates that rumor.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was a rumor. I think it was just like, some people thought that that'd be a possibility because now you've got 3 of the 4 with titles now, and the 4th could win at Mania. So like there's the 4, and they would have thought, oh, that could be the lasting image of WrestleMania. I thought about it after somebody reminded me that hey, that could be a possibility. Now it can't happen. Well, not all 4 at the end. So, yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so after that, well, it's kind of weird. You start the show with this, not the end it. Universal Champion shows up for, I think it's like the 3rd, for the 3rd time of the year, and he's only, scheduled for he's only been paid for 4 or something. I don't know. I completely messed that up. Anyway, Brock Lesnar comes out. Paul Heyman's there, says his usual stuff. Then Rollins comes out, says the usual stuff. And then, at the end of the day, Rollins stands tall with the title, and there's your last image for the Universal title match. A feud that has been built spectacularly well in sarcasm.
Just something really fast here. I don't care about the segment. A streak snapped.
Huh?
A streak snapped.
Explain.
Who's normally second?
Oh.
Yep.
Finn reference number 1.
So sad.
And we got through 9 minutes before we brought him up.
So sad.
Yeah, so sad. Anyway. 8-woman tag match with all the women's tag teams in it. Sasha and Bayley teaming up with Beth Phoenix and Natalya against Davina, Nia Jax, and the Iconics. Iconics, first time on Raw. Yay!
Yay!
Highlights for this was Beth Phoenix activating her OMG, spearing Tamina through the barricade. And hang on. Oh yeah, and Beth Phoenix doing the Glam Slam on Peyton Royce to win the match.
Hold on, my thing got fucked up. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, my...
What's wrong?
Oh,
Hold on. We got technical issues, folks.
Hello?
Hi.
Alright, sorry about that. Technical difficulties, guys. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry, I just went silent there. So yeah, good teams beat the bad teams, or good guys
Yeah.
beat bad guys. Yep. Okay. Then Batista shows up, and a man of little words gets to the ring, points to the Tron with a highlight package, and then basically says, Hana, kiss my ass, and walks away. And that's the promo.
That's the best promo.
It's like... it seems like the best promos are the ones that kept very, very short. Like the most impact, has a least amount of words in it.
He's like, kiss my ass.
Gone. No, so takes off glasses, says it, runs back on. There you go.
The greatest friggin' promo out there. What happened? Everything just got quiet.
Yeah, but I was giving you time to say stuff.
It was the greatest friggin' promo. Kiss my ass.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The first in the let's try to get everybody in the battle royals into one segment. Jinder Mahal gets Apollo Crews. Okay. All the battle royal participants as lumberjacks, basically. Apollo Crews wins, and then all hell breaks loose. And Crews ends up being the last one standing, so wins the match and wins the mini battle royal. Okay. Kurt Angle shows up. Cuts a little promo. Say this is his last time on Raw. Yeah, video package shows up, which apparently really touched Kurt Angle. Don't know if it surprised him or not. I don't know. Corbin shows up because we have to remind everybody that the last match is going to be against Corbin. What's it called? Corbin gets called down to the ring. They says no, he's going to wait till WrestleMania. Then randomly, Rey Mysterio shows up.
619. No, wait.
What?
619. Booyaka.
Yeah, but what? Wait, what? Rey Mysterio? Wait, what? That was random.
They were gonna have
Let's not jump ahead.
Oh no! The scheduled match was Mysterio versus Angle, but for some reason it got cut.
Weird. Anyway, Charlotte Flair segment. Basically says he's gonna break Becky Lynch's leg and make Rousey tap out. Weird. Okay, fair enough. I'm surprised you didn't say break both their legs and make both tap out. But okay, never mind. If it's you know, it's a game. It's a game of pin tap break, I guess. Okay. Because we can't put it on the WrestleMania card because we already have so many matches as is. Revival vs. Black and Ricochet for the Raw Tag Titles.
This is crazy, and I'm not saying that to be crazy. It's crazy because this is crazy for a lot of reasons. Ricochet, Black are going to be.
Let's not jump ahead.
I'm jumping ahead again. Okay.
And yeah, we try to control some structure here, which is kind of ironic because this show never has any structure. Long story short, Revival wins, so there you go. We're not going to put you on the main card, so we'll give you a big title defense. We give you a title defense, and we actually have you win on the Go Home show. And everybody wonders why if this people still talking about the Revival leaving.
Yeah, this is just crazy. They had
And
a
actually,
match.
and even then, they still get, and still the good guys still get the heat back.
Ass hat.
Make your mind up. Sorry, I cut you off there. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Rousey does a backstage segment. Says she's basically gonna beat the Riot Squad on her own, and then it'll be if either of them provoke her, it'll be Judgment Night, not Judgment Day like a pay per view, but Judgment Night. So there's that. Okay, and another random segment, and also we found them. EC3 and Tyler Breeze, we found them. We found Tyler Breeze.
With
You
a
put away
haircut.
you put away the milk cartons. Yeah, give her a haircut. And it basically goes into Braun Strowman finds two workers backstage who apparently look like the SNL guys, I guess, or just call them like just okay. Then a Roman Reigns segment. So he's 100% healthy, and then as soon as he said that, gets attacked by Drew McIntyre. So probably not 100% healthy. Well, in one way yes, but another way no. You know what I mean. Oh, here we go. Then we've got then we got Rousey, Becky, and Charlotte against the Riot Squad. It was the three of them. Or what? It was I think it was Charlotte started the match. Then Becky tagged her in and did the strut, and then later on Charlotte tagged herself in, retaliated with the strut again. They try to both one up each other, and then face to face, Rousey tags herself in, makes Liv Morgan tap out, I believe, with the armbar, and as soon as the bell rings, then all hell breaks loose. Oh yeah, the storyline was if anybody attacked anybody else if anybody of the triple threat match attacked anybody else in that match during it, they would lose. They would be out of the match. But as soon as the match ended, then they could attack everybody. So that's what happened. Rousey went after Charlotte, then Becky came in, then the cops had to come in, Rousey got arrested, Becky attacked her with handcuffs on, she got arrested, and then Charlotte attacked Rousey, she got arrested, they all got into the backstage area, and then quite possibly led into probably the best go-home segment of any WrestleMania match, not counting the promo on SmackDown. So okay, I'm gonna try to. This probably won't do it justice, but anyway. So they're all in handcuffs. For some reason, the cops find it a smart idea to put both Becky and Ronda in the same car. So as soon as they realize that, they started kicking each other. Ronda breaks a window. They pull them out. Sorry. They pull Becky out of the car. Then Charlotte attacks Becky. And then the cops had to break them up. While they try to break them up, Ronda somehow gets into the driver's seat of the car, drives it into another cop car, somehow.
That killed me. That part killed me. That was the most greatest shit.
So then it was they took one out of that car, put it back, out of the driver's seat, and they put her into the back of the car. Becky gets pulled back and put into a cop car. Ronda is leaning out of the window, yelling at the two of them. As that happens, Charlotte just comes in, knees her in the head. Then they all disperse.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Whoever wrote this segment, whoever decided this segment, this was the best. They nailed this.
They deserve a raise and a promotion and all both.
We should see it. I think that was my favorite go home show. Build up to a WrestleMania in a very, very long time. I mean, we've seen stupid ones, but in the past, like Lesnar and Roman fighting over a fucking title, playing
Yeah.
tug of war. That sits in my head. But
Yeah.
if a promotion like what they did, they promote it. Next thing you know, whoever did this was funny.
It kind of reminds me, actually. I saw Mafu, who does the Botchamania videos. He did 2 Twitter threads of what the last segment / last match was for the go home shows. Just like it's just like so you can look through them, and it's he did it for both Raw and SmackDown, and it varies madly. Like it goes, it goes from I think it was the one. Actually, I can look at it here. Actually, I could probably put a probably link to it in the comments or something. But it's mad. It was like the ones that stand out was like the one in '94 was just the one in WrestleMania 11. I think was it 11? Yeah, 11. When it was Bam Bam and Taylor. The go home segment was Vince and Todd Pettengill talking about it. I think someone said it's like talking as if it was inside the actor studio. So there's that, and then it goes, and then it ends in this. I'm just trying to find it here. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's the SmackDowns. So I gotta find these. But yeah, and anyway, it's like as I find this, it's like this ranks up there with the best of the best, if not the. But it's not. But then again, that's final go home segments. But it's not the the go home segment. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it was like 93 was just fat women because funny. 94 was we're gonna hype up a match that's at the Access show. 95 was the Inside. 96 he said was a video package of Bret Hart that he didn't like because it made him look like an old man. 97 was Sid and Undertaker getting beating up each other. Yeah. 98 was like tease the main event before Raw, but it didn't happen. 99 was has beat up the Big Show a month into his after his debut because make Rock look strong. 2000 was WWF 2000 because the fatal 4-way match you had. What was it? Vince teaming up with Rock against Shane teaming up with the Big Show with Triple H and Mick Foley as special referees. That's WWF. That's 2000 in a nutshell. There, and Russo wasn't even at the company at that time. 2001 was 2001. Rock and Austin. 2002 was teasing Austin and Hogan. Didn't happen. He said 2003 was Angle trying to break Lesnar's neck before Lesnar tried doing that to himself. The shooting star. That might not be wrong. 2004 was trying to redo the This Is Your Life with Mick Foley, but they got beat up. I'm going to stop it there because I'm wasting too much time and it's useless. But you get the idea. It varies. Yeah. It varies. It goes from very, very good to very, very bad. I think it was actually, I looked at it, the ones that jumped out was the one WrestleMania 11 and then SmackDown. I think it said the go home segment in like 2009. I think the WrestleMania 25 one was the last match was Jeff Hardy versus Ezekiel Jackson, and that was it. Like, wasn't even the main event. Wasn't even hyping up the main event. Wasn't even even involved in the main event. Also, I think it was for SmackDown, the last segments for SmackDown for 28 and 29 wasn't even SmackDown. It was just recap Rock and Cena. segments for both
Right.
of those years.
Mhm. Mhm. I don't know. This segment had to be funny as hell. They nailed it on the coffin.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Okay. Rude and Gable against Heavy Machinery, just to show how Rude and Gable are fallen. They're losing to the guys who kept losing a lot, and now they're winning. Oh yeah, also the two guys that lost their first name, or lost their surnames. Heavy Machinery, because you're not allowed to have first and last.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Yep. And then we got Braun Strowman beating up two guys, the two jobbers, basically saying that they're the SNL guys. There's that. Then we got your question answered. Lashley and Leo Rush. Long story short, Finn's gonna be the demon. So there's that.
Mhm. He's gonna be he's gonna be the demon, and he's hissing at people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Right.
Okay, next one.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted. Okay. It's a bad time to be distracted. Then we got what actually ended up being the go home segment. Corbin and Mysterio. So there you go. Long story short, Rey Mysterio has to job to Baron Corbin. Gonna get him over, but then Angle makes him tap out. So there you go.
Mhm.
What's gonna happen at Mania? You end Raw. The thing is, you end Raw in the least interesting way because nobody's interested in Angle and Corbin. And then you could have ended it. Well, could you have ended it with the three women instead with the cars? I don't know.
You could have, but it would have been hell of that's crazy how.
Yeah.
Hell of a balloon.
Yeah. Oh well. There was that.
Alright, on the SmackDown.
On the SmackDown. Just open it up here. We open up with the Kevin Owens show, which is Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and didn't really go easy. The one they go back and forth. Randy Orton was saying, while you're going wrestling all over the country, working in high school gymnasium to armory and back to high school gymnasiums all the time, he was wrestling in WWE in front of tens of thousands every week or every night. And then Styles retorts by saying, "Oh yeah, well, basically say you only know the one move, but also saying, while I've been busting my ass in the high school gyms, you've been in WWE getting suspended for failed drug tests."
Oh,
okay then. Gets so heated that Kevin Owens just stands up and see ya, and walks right out. I think as how somebody says, which proves once again that Kevin Owens is the smartest person in the building. They fight for a bit. Styles goes for the forearm, but then RKO.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, alright.
Next one.
Yeah. Then we got Black and Ricochet and another 8-person tag with the same other man. Black and Ricochet against and the Usos against Nakamura, Rusev, and the Bar. Long story short, the good guys win. And then, random cameo number 2, we had Rey Mysterio on Raw, now we've got Alexa Bliss on SmackDown.
Yeah, I was just the host of SmackDown. Oh,
WrestleMania.
Host of Raw.
WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Those are WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And like I said, basically saying because the Usos forfeited themselves in the Gauntlet match, they now have to defend the tag titles at WrestleMania against all the other teams in the ring. So, okay, out of nowhere we got a fatal 4-way tag match for the tag titles. I think we were thinking, oh, they're probably not going to put either tag titles on the main card, but now we're going to get the tag titles on the main card, which is kind of early for me because I would have been a little bit angry if Nakamura and or Rusev did not make the main card after what happened last year, especially Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura is like a fall from grace. I feel bad for that dude.
Yeah, fall from grace. Talking about difference a year makes it a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Why do I get a feeling Nakamura's going to leave when his deal is over? Because he can't stick around like this.
I know.
I kind of come out and basically remind everybody that they're going for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania, and you're breathing into the mic.
Oh shit! So, excuse me.
Miz has a. Miz comes out and has a segment, and then Shane McMahon comes out. They go back and forth. Basically leads into the Miz having a handicap match against Sanity for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
We found them again, but unfortunately they're being jobbed.
What the hell's going on here?
What is wrong? What? Wait. This is another perfect case of getting called up to the main roster and having no clue what to do with them.
No, for the love of God, can we just shake this roster up? Don't worry about the other BS. Just hit the reset button at the WrestleMania.
Hopefully that will be the case. Well, the shake-up is happening 2 weeks after Mania, I believe. So that's that.
Yeah,
so they fight.
it's the 15th.
1 week. 8 days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, all goes into the back. What should I say? Last bit was Miz hitting Eric Young with a luggage bin, and he gets the win. So yeah, Miz beats 3 guys. How's it going on? Shane is in the car, laughing at the Miz, and then drives off. And a good bit of continuity. Then, as he's driving off, a police car drives in, and Becky Lynch getting a ride from the cops because they do that now.
What the hell?
Yeah, you always see the cops giving people rides to arenas after they got arrested the night before.
Hey, I want to ask Upper Darby cops if they can drive me to the police station.
Yeah, they got arrested first.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, Becky comes out, does a segment, steps basically on the announce table the whole time, and basically said what a difference a year makes. Ronda and Charlotte were on the fast track to being the main event of WrestleMania until SummerSlam when Becky slapped Charlotte. That changed everything, and now at WrestleMania she said she's going to be the champion that she always said she would be, double champion, because both titles are on the line. And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think part of me is kind of torn by this because Becky, yes, good, but I feel like it should. This in a way, this shouldn't have happened. I kind of thought you should have left it at what happened on Raw, and that was it. And it's like that's the lasting impression for the feud until WrestleMania. But oh well.
Yes.
Okay. Then, completely out of random, in part 2 of Let's Get Everybody into the Battle Royal into the same segment, let's get everybody in both Battle Royals in the same segment. 18-person tag match.
Jesus Christ.
Which I saw somebody tweet says, okay, somebody check, is this the entire contents of the rest of the roster in this match?
I guess so, because remember back in the day where we had WrestleMania. WrestleMania was like 9 matches. Nobody was able to get on the card. I think nowadays people are like, okay, this is a big payday for WrestleMania. Let's get everyone on the card.
That's what the battle royals basically tend to do. Really, get everybody that's not on the card on the card.
Mhm.
Which in a way is like a kind of like a WrestleMania tradition, because that's basically been the case before. Like years before, it was either let's put everybody in the battle royal before the show starts, or let's get everybody in like a lumberjack match or something.
Right. Yep.
Basically, the match doesn't end; gets thrown out. The big brouhaha in the ring, and really, at the end, Asuka's the last person standing, which I also saw somebody tweet must be a very sad consolation prize to give to her.
That's crazy.
Go from losing the title a week before to standing tall in a unofficial battle royal. Alright.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Samoa Joe against Ali. Because I guess, forgive me if I got the name wrong, the creator was not a fan of the Lion King names. Did I get that wrong? Did I get it right? I forget the names of the never mind. Just Ali. Long story short, Samoa Joe chokes Ali out. So, another fall from grace. That's what you get for being injured.
Who?
Ali.
Oh, Ali. Okay.
Yeah. Then you got the contract signing for the WWE title, so it's officially official. Kofi basically, the two of them basically bleeding. What's the word I'm trying to think of? They're in their case, whatever. Pleading their case, that's what it is. Pleading their case. Weirdly enough, I kind of feel like Biggie and Xavier in the ring, I felt like they were a distraction that wasn't really necessary. Like, I know it's New Day and all that, but I kind of felt like, yeah, you didn't need to be there.
Right.
Kofi basically says, my first chance at WWE title, and I'm going to be out for 11 years, and I'll be ready. And there you go. That's the, a better way to end SmackDown at the end of the Raw.
Alright. Now it's time.
Well, hang on. Thoughts on Raw and SmackDown?
Honestly, to be honest, Raw was alright. SmackDown was all over the place. But if I had to do some changes regarding the whole thing, I would have had that women's match be on last. That's what I would do. Also, I'm seeing fans a lot of pissed off, but we'll get to it when it comes to prediction time.
Okay, so predictions now?
Yep. Now, just a little disclaimer. I put mine in last night. This may change depending on what Dave said and what we agree. I don't know if we'll agree. I don't know if we're going to disagree. So right now, mine's just tentative before final.
Probably. Well, I don't think you should change yours just because of what I say.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So whatever.
Because like I'm not going to make mine because of what yours say. Like I'm just,
Okay.
It's basically we're not necessarily fighting against each other. It's just we just both making two predictions and just see how they go along. And it's like like the last. If that was the case, I was predicting against your predictions, then was Elimination Chamber? Elimination Chamber wouldn't have had one difference. Like it wouldn't have all been the same except one match. So.
And we still ended up fucking tied.
Did we? No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Elimination Chamber.
Was it Chamber? Wait, no. The one difference was Becky and Charlotte.
No. That was Fastlane.
Fastlane then.
Fastlane kept on fucking us over. Where Elimination Chamber we tied despite that one difference. I think it was the Intercontinental. Yeah, it was the Intercontinental title match because I said they're probably gonna go with Finn here, and that happened. And I said, Dave, are you sure you want to take that gamble with Lashley and Leo? You were confident. You're like, oh, I'm going to take this. And look what happened. So, but other than that, Dave and I can tie.
Yep. And if we tie with a 15-match card, oh boy.
If we tie with a 15-match card, I'm going to write it on my floor.
Yeah. Anyway. First off, we do Takeover.
Yes.
Because we definitely know Takeover. Like, we haven't talked about NXT once since we started this show, but let's do Takeover anyway.
I follow it still, but I was watching some on my iPhone, but
it doesn't help that we record these shows while NXT is airing.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
But we still predict because Takeover's fun. All right, continue.
Yeah. There's takeovers. Even the bad takeovers in comparison to the rest are still good shows. Okay. First, tag titles. Tag titles. War Raiders against the winners of the Dusty Road Classic, Ricochet and Aleister Black.
I said War Raiders. I'm going to keep that.
Yeah. I'm going with you there. Because I'm going War Raiders as well because Black and Ricochet are main roster now and I don't see them win the tag titles and then going up,
You put War.
Huh?
I'm actually in the dock right now and I'm looking and Dave put War.
Yeah, give me a chance to put the rest in.
God damn it.
There you go. Okay. The United Kingdom Championship. Champion Pete Dunne against Walter.
I put Walter because, honestly, I think it's time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. Because, Pete Dunne has had a title for, 600 days now?
680.
680, yeah. I think it'd be good to keep the title reign going, but yeah, 680 is a bit long. And to be fair, Pete Dunne is one of the reasons why he's had the title so long is because the UK brand only started 2 months ago. So he didn't really have that many. It was weird because when he was appearing on NXT before the UK brand happened, he was defending the UK title against Gargano and I think it was. O'Reilly, excuse me. Yeah. So it was that shouldn't be how it works. Don't have a United States person holding the United Kingdom title, which is kind of ironic because Walter's not English either, or from the UK.
Where's Walter from, anywho?
Austria, I think.
Huh.
I'll check that. Because, no, that's. Yep, Austria.
Okay.
Yep, from Vienna. So. I think, but he's known on the UK scene. So.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna skip that one. The Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship, and I'm gonna remember this off the top of my head because Megan didn't put it on the list. Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai. Io Shirai, thank you.
Originally, I said to Dave, anyone but Shayna. I stand by my theory that she shouldn't have became NXT Women's Champion for a second time. I that's something I've stood by. Um, it just and obviously I wanted to put anyone but Shayna, but Dave said I couldn't, so I picked Bianca Belair for
Okay.
this one. Because if they're having Shirai and Zayn as champion, it makes sense for her, Bianca, to hold the title. So I'm saying Bianca.
It does make sense. In a way, I kind of would like to see that. I'm gonna go the other way and say Io wins it.
Io.
Sorry. I just see Io. Sorry.
Mhm. So first disagreement.
First disagreement, yeah. And please excuse me if that's misspelling. Okay. North American title? Yep. Velveteen Dream against Matt Riddle.
Riddle.
I say Dream retains.
Okay.
Then main event.
Oh God.
NXT title Adam Cole against Johnny Gargano.
Honest to God, this was a toss-up. I picked Cole because of the Undisputed Era possibly getting involved.
Okay.
And an awkward silence.
So hang on.
And let Gargano chase for a bigger moment.
That's the thing. It's like we see Gargano chasing for a bigger moment. If Ciampa didn't get injured, this would have been that moment that he was chasing. Because it was a good year and a half feud?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ciampa got hurt. This would have, honestly, considering that TakeOver is since TakeOver is a big thing in Brooklyn, this would have been the big moment. And Ciampa got hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah. For me, I'm not gonna change what my initial prediction would be. I'm gonna say Gargano this time because you say it's like let the chase continue and chase it for a bigger moment. The biggest moment's gone. Like that can't happen now. So it's the biggest moment was Gargano overcoming Ciampa and taking the title, which in a way, like I believe this was meant to be the payoff. Like
okay, let me back up for you know what?
You gonna change?
I'm gonna break my own rule here. I'm gonna change this.
Nobody call her out on this.
I'm gonna say Gargano because no, you put me in a fucking rough spot. God damn it. Anyway, I said Cole here because of Undisputed Era. If Ciampa did not get hurt, I would have said Gargano. But you know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to say Cole and say I want to be wrong here. So this is the one prediction out of the show I do want to be wrong with.
Alright, so at least here we have 3 disagreements and we most likely won't end up in a tie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got 3. So it's we agree on War Raiders. We agree on Walter. You've got Bella, and I've got Io. I said I read this time. You've got Riddle, I've got Dream, and you've got Cole, I've got Gargano.
Lock yours in. You're the color
now
purple.
we've got WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
I forgot what color I am, so I'm just gonna put a green.
Purple.
Thank you. WrestleMania.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where do we begin? I'm just gonna get this out of the way. You're picking Finn, I'm picking Finn.
Yay!
Okay, so here we go.
No. Just really fast on this one, too. I don't know why people are bitching and moaning about Finn using the demon paint on Bobby Lashley and not Brock Lesnar. Okay. If memory serves me correct, and Dave, you could correct me wrong here too. The whole point of the Brock versus Finn match was making sure Brock believed in Finn. Obviously that match was thrown. We all knew that Finn was not even going to win that match. So it's like, what the hell? So the point of that match was believe in Balor. So make sure Brock believes. People are like, oh my God, if he should have defeated the demon. But what happens if the demon lives? Fire's going to still freaking happen. People are upset with the Intercontinental title being a demon situation. And obviously the whole entire time, Dave's point was correct. Guys, you got to take a look at the feud for a second. That it's going to end. Okay? 1. Well, let me back up. Leo Lashley has been getting under the skin of Finn. Finn lost the title thanks to Leo when Leo lost the title to Finn. You got to remember, this feud has technically gone on for 6 months. If you remember, Leo came out originally and tried to mock Bobby in front of Finn, saying Finn was a shorter man, and Finn obviously did defeat him. But you didn't think of it. If Finn wasn't a demon, he would have lost here regardless. But he was the demon situation. It's pretty point blank obvious that, and Ricky said it's going to be, I think, five poses down the ring, depending how long it is. You know, it's WrestleMania. It's a big thing. This is a big moment. And obviously, it's going to be the end of the feud. Finn needed this, so he's going to win. And Dave, you can read my prediction.
I already said it.
No, what I actually wrote.
For the love of God, let Finn win.
Yes. Yep.
Rolling eyes emoji.
Fuck you. Anyway, next.
Anyway, oh yeah, and by the way, to continue with the argument of the demon shouldn't come out here, you gotta forget that they used the demon for no build-up whatsoever in a SummerSlam match against Baron Corbin.
And what
So if this match isn't worthy of the demon, then how exactly is that match worthy?
No, because in that feud, Baron Corbin was pissing Finn off.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that. Next.
Well, I'm just gonna go with the order you put here because the order's messed up here. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
I said Angle.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say Angle as well. But I'm gonna put this in the back of the head. I'm gonna put this out there, and the president, we did the last pay-per-view. In the event that this isn't actually the match, because I had a couple of people saying they could still swerve us and change the match. They could.
I will punch a motherfucker right in the balls.
In the event that match does get changed and Corbin gets taken out, this will not count. No contest. So, because we do that, cause that's the rule. That's the rule I put down. That's gonna be president. If we predict a match, and in one way or another, except for if one way or another the participants of the match change, the prediction is null and void. So we don't count it.
Assholes.
So it would happen at Fastlane. The WWE title match was changed. We took that out, and there was another match that changed, I believe.
Triple threat for the title.
I just said that. Triple threat for the title changed, and I think there was something else. Anyway, but yeah, if the match gets changed, which yeah. 1 second.
Don't fucking change it, assholes. How big is it? How big is it?
You do know we're recording, right? Triple H against Batista. The stipulation. If Triple H loses, he's banned. He basically retires. So he goes from competing one match a year to no matches a year.
Triple H.
Yeah, with that stipulation, they've done this before with that stipulation. I think it was Sheamus Triple H. I think it was. Oh, sorry, no, it was Brock. Sorry, it was Brock Triple H. Sorry, 29. By the years of stipulation.
Where Brock scared the shit out of the dog.
Okay. Andre Battle Royal. Now, okay. Going back in the context, you said that it was going to be... You were going to say, can you just pick both the SNL guys? I said, no. No, it has to be one person. So I guess you did a coin flick and picked that Jost guy. Whatever his name is. This is so stupid.
Shoot me, Lord.
No, the match. I mean, the match setup, not the prediction. The fucking match. As if you couldn't make this match any less significant than it already is. Basically, your big three favorites of winning the match is the big monster guy who won the tag titles last year with a 10-year-old, and two comedians. Quote unquote, I don't know.
I'm going to hell for this.
Well, I'm gonna go the other way and just say Braun, because this is I just see this match as desperate mainstream grab for attention, or grab for mainstream attention. God. Why else? Especially why else put them in the fucking match?
Oh my god, I don't even know. I'm scared.
Okay, women's battle royal. You picked a wild card.
I picked Lacey Evans.
In a weird way, I can see that happening. Because, like, she hasn't competed at all. Like, all she does is walk around the ring and walk out, and that's it. Yeah, go on.
I saw her wrestle against at the house show. With Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go the kind of safe way and just say Asuka, because consolation of, you lost your title, but I guess we give you something to say sorry.
Mhm.
And my phone's going off. The SmackDown Tag Fatal 4-Way, which, if I remember correctly, is the Usos defending against Nakamura and Rusev, against The Bar, against Black and Ricochet.
I said Black and Ricochet for some reason.
Um, I actually don't know about this one. In my head, I'm thinking Black and Ricochet ain't gonna win it because I think they want to keep the options. WWE want to keep the options open because they haven't had them pick a side yet. So I kind of want to keep the options open. If they win the tag titles, then it's like, okay, we've agreed they're going to stay on SmackDown. But I think you want to keep the options open. But I also don't see the Usos retaining. So, because they can't have good things. You know what? I'm going to go mad and I'm going to say Rusev Nakamura.
Go. If that happens, I'm run off a cliff.
Yeah, I'm going to go mad and say that. I'm going to say that. Because it's like, I think it's just... Keep them happy. Ball don't need it. Usos, it'd be good to retain, and I think they want to keep the options open for Black and Ricochet. So I'm gonna go mad and say Rusev Nakamura.
Yo, what? You are fucking nuts.
Why you kind of went on saying, fucking the SNL guy? Miz against Shane McMahon.
Miz.
Yeah, I'll say Miz. First, well, actually, not first agreement, but I'll say Miz.
How many agreements we have?
So far 3. It's 3 agreed, 2 disagree. AJ Norton.
I said Orton here.
Okay, disagreement here. I'm gonna say AJ.
Okay.
I got a weird feeling that there's gonna be an RKO and AJ's gonna kick out. Because WrestleMania is the place where you gotta kick out at least one finisher.
Okay.
1 second.
I'm gonna sing my song again, okay?
No, hang on. Next, Roman against McIntyre.
Roman.
Yeah, they can't bring him back and not have Roman win. Sorry, Joe and Ray for the United States title, if it actually happens. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this. For SmackDown, what was supposed to happen for SmackDown was, I think you were supposed to bring it up before I said hold it off. It was supposed to be Andrade against Rey Mysterio. But apparently during the Corbin match or something during Raw, Mysterio picked up an ankle injury. And instead they took him out of SmackDown. Now, does that mean he's going to be taken out of WrestleMania? It depends on the severity. We haven't been told. So, maybe he's just taken out of SmackDown as a precaution. So this means... Sorry.
He might have rolled it, which is painful as fuck. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I'm going to say Joe retains if the match goes.
This is another one I'm not sure about. Because it feels like, what's Rey Mysterio? Have a good moment and have him win. Like another one to stamp into the legacy. But Joe kind of needs to win. This isn't his first Mania, is it?
This is his first Mania.
Oh my god. I keep getting injured. I'm going to say Joe wins, but I won't be surprised if Ray wins. I'll say that. Fatal 4-way for the women's tag titles. Sasha and Bayley against the Iconics versus Nia and Tamina versus Natalya and Beth Phoenix.
I got Boston Hug.
My original thought was I thought we were going to do like I said last week, I thought we were going to do the 4 horsewomen title thing. But now that the main event is both titles, it's part of me that says, do I go safe, or is a part of me is, do I go mad? I don't know. I'm looking ahead. Do I go mad? I don't know. I actually don't know. Oh man, this is like I'm trying not to fight your predictions, but it's like this part of me is like I can't. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I'll play it safe. I'll say Boston Hug, but and probably for those curiosity, the mad prediction was Iconics win. I feel like if Sasha and Bayley don't win, I think the Iconics will. So, because I don't see Beth Phoenix coming back after this, and I just don't think they'll pull the trigger on Nia and Tamina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll set that in. if the Iconics end up winning this, I'm gonna be kicking myself. Cruiserweights: Buddy Murphy against Tony Nese.
This was a toss-up. I said Buddy, so I'm gonna keep it.
I'm gonna say Buddy as well because, like, to be fair, I don't say 205 live, but I just don't think. It is weird. It's turning. I think it's turning Tony Nese's face to justify a WrestleMania feud. Like I don't know. I'll say Buddy wins. Okay, WWE title: Daniel Bryan against Kofi Kingston. Now we're on to the big three. So the big three titles. So Kofi and Daniel, you go.
Kofi, because if they want to do a feel good moment for this matchup, now is the time.
Okay. I'm looking at the three. And I think we both have the same kind of mentality with this. We're not going to have three feel-good moments with these three matches. There's going to be kind of a little bit of a spoiler. I don't see all three winning. So it's basically a question of which one do we pick that's not going to be it. I'm picking this one. I think it's just I don't think they'll be willing to do that last push to push Kofi in. Even then, it won't be this will be one of those. I won't be disappointed either way because Daniel Bryan is champion's good. Kofi is champion will be good. I'll be fine either way. I think this is gonna be a good match. You know, I feel this is gonna be the show stealer in a weird way because how can you have the WWE title be the show stealer? But I think this is gonna be the one. I just don't see a new champion.
I think there's going to be a new champion here because you build someone so high up. This is the moment. Because if you look at the story, the heartache, the frustration, everything. However, I do have a gut feeling they're going to break. If they're going to swerve us, they're going to have Big E turn heel. But I'm taking a gamble here. I'm gonna say Kofi wins.
Okay. Universal title: Brock against Rollins.
I had to go with Brock.
Is this what you think will happen, or what you want to happen? Because we know you and Rollins.
I did this
or you know spite. You and the Shield.
I did this out of spite. Um, I think Brock. Honestly, I think Brock is gonna be champion because they have the Saudi Arabia the whole Saudi Arabia BS thing, and obviously that's money. Uh, I'm hearing Brock is gonna probably retain. Um, I had to go with Brock here because listen, if this was a whole different game, um, if this is a whole different game here, if Seth turns, if Seth wins this, then this SummerSlam matchup needs to be him versus Finn for the title 3 years later. But depending on that draft, I'm sorry, that shakeup, I don't know. So I'm picking Brock out of spite.
I'm not gonna pick it out of spite. I just think it's gonna happen. Rollins wins because I think it's kind of it's it's what I think should happen, but not Rollins should win the title, but not so much Rollins should win the title, but more of Brock should lose the title because it's been 3 years, coming up to 3 years now, I think, since the title was introduced. I gotta look this up.
3 years.
Yeah, but how long has Brock had the title? Because it's gotta be at least like 2.5.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but obviously I think.
Okay, here we go. Okay. If I do the math right, the title has been active for just over 900 days. Brock's current combined days as Universal Champion is 653.
So half of that.
Yeah, more than. It's okay. I'm gonna run this. I'm sorry for bringing this up. The amount of time, the amount of reigns, it was Finn for the 1 day. Sorry, because of injury. Then Kevin Owens was 188. Goldberg was 27 days. Then Brock had it for 503 days. Roman had it for 63 and vacated it. And Brock Lesnar is currently sitting at 150. So the title has been active for just under for just under 3 years, and Brock's been champion for a year and a half, more than a year and a half. The title needs to be an active title and not just defended 3 times a year. It should have happened with Roman, but then again, we had the whole UK media thing. I think Rollins having the title would actually have a champion that can actually beat it every week, and actually we can actually see, oh yeah, this show's got a champion. And you need that. You need that. You need to actually have a championship defense every month. You need to have both guys in a feud to go into a pay-per-view to be there every week. You need to actually have the back and forth. You need the conflict. You need all that. You can't just have, oh, I'm going to talk for 6 weeks and then you show up on the last week and I get beaten up by you.
I don't know. I had to go with Lesnar here. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
That's fine. Like I said, it's more Brock needs to lose than anything. But I think Rollins holding the title needs to happen for the sake of the title. And then the last match, the main event, which let me just pull this back here, because for you anyway, I mean, you've been a fan for so long, and you've been following the women for so long. Like you were big leader fan for quite a while when she was wrestling and all that. Putting aside who's in the match, because I know. What do you think about the women main eventing WrestleMania?
It's about time. Um, as a longtime women's fan, I've seen it all. Um, I've attended events where the first house. Okay, are we going to talk about my history as a women's wrestling fan, or just in general?
Go for it.
Okay, since I have the platform here, as a women's wrestling fan, um, I've seen it all. My first obviously WrestleMania as being a fan was Terry versus the Cat in that cat fight match, and obviously everything like that. I've seen the old school divas. I've seen the ruthless aggression, the attitude era, yada yada yada. I've seen everything. Um, and obviously with the whole Impact and then Shimmer Wrestling, Shine Wrestling, the independent scene too, which is blooming. Impact Wrestling. I didn't mention that, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
think.
I did.
Yeah.
I've seen it all. However, with all credit and credit is due, I think they shouldn't have waited till Rousey was in, but I kind of understand because Rousey is an attraction. You had like people like Charlotte, Becky, Sasha who could have made event it and everything, but they had to wait till Ronda came in and to make this happen. Uh, I've seen a lot of fans very happy with this, and they have right to be happy. I'm excited for it. However, I think people are going to be upset of what the possibility could happen. And we've seen what happened on the show. What happened last week with Asuka losing the title.
I think for me anyway, like kind of like okay, I got a bit of a different perspective on it. Like full disclosure, I think I like it's okay. I was the I guess the key demographic for what they were aiming the women at during the Ruthless Aggression era and all that. So like I got that different perspective and all that. But I think it's like over the last couple of years, and in no small part to the horsewomen, basically. I think it's the last like 4 years have been a case of people starting to realize, oh hey, the women can actually do this well, and can actually they're not just for looks. It's like back in like in the attitude era and there was the aggression era, especially when like all the different basically like half the time when the women were brought out, especially on SmackDown during the aggression era, it was more just a show off.
I mean,
And yeah, go on.
another thing that kind of I also see it too. I see a lot of the diva era be praised, and they're upset that during the diva era it would get shitted on. People didn't really care. I've seen some matches from the diva era when they had the Divas Championship. Um, the storytelling was pretty good, but some matches were like okay. But then you had like because I was watching it before, you had uh, Alicia Fox versus Gail Kim versus Kelly versus Beth Phoenix in a fatal four way, which was pretty good. And I think a lot of the fans now of women's wrestling who see it, they kind of overrate it a little bit compared to the Diva era. Because Diva era, some of the matches were good, but then again, if they were like 3 matches, 1 minute matches, 2 minute matches, 4 minute matches, 5 minute matches on top, they could have done in the amount of time where now they can do more.
I think it was more a case of like, honestly, and especially when I was looking back, the from the end, I think it was from the end of the Russo Aggression era to 2014, I think it was. Not counting Trish and Lita beforehand, I think it's like that era is pretty unappreciated. Because if you look at it, like I think it was like 2008. Like as soon as Trish and Lita left, then it was like a bit barren, and then you've got like 2008 when you've got Beth Phoenix, you got Michelle McCool later, you got Eve Torres, you've got Natalia that came in there, you've Mickey James was there, Melina, and you've got all those who can wrestle and all that and can do matches. I think it was more of a case of two things. One, the stigma of the divas is still there. Even when WWE was still going PG and trying to cut down on that, the stigma is still there. So people still think, oh, the divas matches are toilet break matches and all that. But also underappreciated WWE because of that stigma that they don't get that time. I think it was like I'd be willing to go through the WrestleMania history of matches, but I think they said before 32 with Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky, which was actually this day 3 years ago when we were recording, no women's match on WrestleMania went longer than 10 minutes. The Mickie James Trish Stratus match of 22, I think, went 9. And that was the longest women's match of WrestleMania until the Triple Threat.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, on pay-per-views, you would never see a women's match go 15.
Back up.
Let alone 10.
Layla versus Beth Phoenix. Over the Limit, 2012, which was a pretty good match.
Well, I mean, in general, like...
Oh.
On average, you could see a match go 10, maybe 15, but like in general, it's like, if it's on TV, it could go 5 if you're lucky. On pay-per-view, maybe go 10 if you're lucky. But you never see it on a regular basis. I think even, like, it was, yeah, I'll look at that. But it's underappreciated, and I can see, like, I think it was Maria Kanellis that has, like, lately been posting the, like, being one of those, I'm a diva and I'm proud of everything. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with being the diva. It's just the people think there's a negative stigma with it because of what happened before that. There shouldn't be. It was a different time.
Remember the shitstorm where Charlotte called Carmella a diva? And then Carmella was like, I'm damn proud of it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's the stigma. It's a stigma of, the 2000s thing. Like some people think, diva is like, oh, where's the bra and panties matches?
See, when I was a little kid, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a WWE diva. Okay. Obviously, growing up in my teen years, I didn't want to be the WWE diva. Because, obviously, I wanted to get physical. I wanted to beat up. That's where, for the time being, I wanted to be a knockout. But then again, I've seen the frustration, how they booked the knockout division, kind of laid low. And then, obviously...
Even with the knockouts, I think, for the knockouts, I think it was... They are underappreciated a little bit as well.
Okay, time out for a second. Let's get to the prediction really fast.
Yeah,
regarding,
okay. Sorry, we're tailing off it. This was kind of like this. I meant to ask that as kind of a, a segue into predicting the main event, but we're going mad here. Okay, so prediction: Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda.
Becky.
Has to be. Like, with it being the main event, it has to be. Like, you have to end the show on the big moment. And, honestly, I think it'll be a riot if Becky doesn't win.
I fear for that. My friends are going. My cousin-in-law is going.
Most likely that's, why it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But we both saying Becky. But
Yeah.
going back to the knockouts, you know, the knockouts they are underappreciated because a lot of people say WWE are doing this thing. You know, the knockouts division. Let's be 100% honest. If you were not happy with how WWE was with the matches, you had like them going all out. And to be honest, and I don't want to be disrespectful or anything, but I think a lot of people get weaned off the knockouts division a little bit is because of Gail Kim.
And for me anyway, it kind of is for that, but it's not necessarily because of like what she's been like lately, but it's more of a TNA problem or an Impact. Well, a TNA problem. I'm not calling it Impact because Impact's improved. It's more of a TNA problem of relying too much on past WWE names. That was a problem with them for a long time, and but actually the one thing that sticks in my craw about it, which I kind of ironic because it's a WWE name being screwed by a WWE name, was I think it was Brooke won the title, and I believe it was a pay per view. I forget exactly.
Slammiversary.
Slammiversary. And then 2 weeks later, Gail Kim just shows up, returns, first match,
wait.
or something like that.
Let me back.
Okay, rewind it. Sorry.
We're talking about Brooke, right?
Yeah, where Brian and Gail Kim came back.
Okay, so I sort of remember what you're saying. No, wait, you're thinking of Velvet.
No. This is out of Velvet, wasn't it?
Gail Kim returned in 2011.
I'm looking this up here during the history because like I swear it was something like that going on. Hang on, I mean TV. That's right. Where is it? Yes, no, it was. Yeah, no, it was. Taryn Terrell had the title.
Okay.
And then Brooke won an offer on an Impact, and then I think Gail came back an episode or so after that, and in Brooke's first defense, Gail won the title from her.
Which obviously it was kind of upsetting, but you know, you can't rely on one person. That's why I fear with Rebellion as that Impact is called, because out of Tessa and her, Tessa needs that win more. You know, the Impact, like I said, the Impact, the wrestling with Impact has improved tremendously from the TNA days. Matter of fact, they did a really crazy angle, which I gotta get whoever wrote that angle, I gotta give kudos for with that. What happened was Allie was taken by Rosemary to the Undead Realm. Sue Young and Rosemary in this feud. Rosemary was killing other people. I think Kiera Hogan was involved. James Mitchell had her hostage. Sue was about to kill Rosemary, and Allie stepped in. Sue basically, obviously fake, stabs Allie right in the neck. Rosemary and Kiara was sad, and Allie basically died. So you're like, oh shit, wow. It was like a sci-fi movie. It adds more to the Rosemary and Sue feud.
Talk about a way of writing someone off TV and someone out of the company.
That was crazy. I was like, oh my! Actually, I was crying because it's like a beloved character that you see that gets killed off. And honestly, wrestling doesn't make me cry that often, but it's just crazy. Like, you know, they are so underappreciated knockouts. Let's be 100% honest. Knockouts are very, very underappreciated. So, anything you want to add?
There's that. What was I gonna say? There's something I was gonna say before we went to the knockouts. The Divas era, past 2008, underappreciated, and just a stigma. Knockouts when they started, I think it was about 2007. I think it was something like that. Was a bit of a breath of fresh air because like the Divas were not taken seriously at all in WWE during that time. And the knockouts were a breath of fresh air until they weren't. They had like a good 2-year run and then it just. Anyway. Actually, no, I was gonna do this to put it into context. I was gonna run through the matches, the women's matches of WrestleMania, just to see like how things have come from, because they've been a real roller coaster with the women at the WrestleMania.
So we're gonna play a guessing game. Megan's gonna guess, and Dave's gonna tell me now.
Yeah, basically. Okay, I'm just gonna ask. Was there a women's title match on the card? And basically, was there a women's match on the card, and you guess what it was?
Okay.
So, because we get like games, so it should be an easy one. Yeah, WrestleMania 1.
Yes.
Do you know what the match was?
Wendy Richter versus Lonnie Kai.
Yes, it was.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, that was the easy one. The easy one to remember. WrestleMania 2.
No.
Yes. Is that?
Who?
Yes, Moolah against Velvet McIntyre.
Shit.
In a match that went 85 seconds.
Oh. Okay.
I should do title. I should do lengths as well. Actually, so for WrestleMania 3.
No.
Nope. No match. WrestleMania 4.
No.
Excuse me. No, because it was full of the paper. It was full of that WWE title tournament. Oh, the whole 15 matches of it.
So I'm 3 for 4.
Yes. WrestleMania 5.
No.
There was not. So, for context, the first 5 WrestleManias, 3. 3 without. Was it 3 without? Yeah, 3 without. First 2 had titles. First with women's title matches. 3, 4, and 5 did not. So 6.
No.
Didn't have a singles match, but had a mixed tag.
Fuck.
It was it was Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire against Randy Savage and Sherry.
Shit.
I don't know if we can count that though, but
sadly enough, all of them are dead.
Yeah. Actually, no. I saw there was the What Culture did the video. They did a recap of all the WrestleManias. I think it said at least six matches on this card. I think it was at least have all deceased wrestlers in them. Yeah. Let's do it, something like that. Okay, WrestleMania 7.
No.
No.
Okay.
So WrestleMania 8.
No.
Also no. 9.
No.
I'm thinking off the top of my head, no. And I would be right. WrestleMania 10.
No.
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Alundra Blaze against Lonnie Kai.
Alright.
So Lonnie Kai appeared in the first and the 10th WrestleMania. And first WrestleMania women's match in 7 years.
Okay.
So there's that.
Damn.
11.
No.
No. And And also to put in the context, 7 matches total on that card. 12.
Yes.
No.
Shit.
I kind of lost track in doing this. We're 12 WrestleManias in, and there's been 4 matches. 5 if you count the mixed tag. 13.
No.
That would be right. No match. Excuse me. Also, I believe 12 and 13 was when the women's title actually was deactivated.
Yes, that's right.
So was that as well. Because it was because of the whole Medusa thing, jumping the title. 14.
Yes. Goldust and Luna Vachon versus Mark Merrow and Sable in a mixed tag match.
Oh, you actually remembered it. Nice.
Where Luna was bumping her ass off, but Sable got the praise.
Yeah.
That's what I read. It's sad.
Yeah. That was basically your job there to make Sable look good, and that was it. 15.
Yes, Sable versus Tori Women's Championship.
There you go. 16/2000s.
Yes, Tori versus the cat. Terry versus the cat.
There you go. Which, ironically, was the only sort of singles match on the entire card. 17.
Yes, China versus Ivory Women's title.
Yeah, the one that everybody talks about. 18.
Lita, Trish, Jazz Women's title.
There you go. Now you're mentioning the matches. 19.
Trish, Lita, Jazz. Trish, Lita, Victoria. Fuck my life. Trish, Victoria, Jazz Women's Championship.
Yep. And if you want to count as well the cat fight girls thing.
Yeah.
If you want to count that, which I don't. 20.
You got 2. You had that tag team match with Sable and Tori versus Stacy and Jackie, and then Molly Sacrifice. Molly versus Victoria for the women's title, where Molly had her head shaved.
Yeah. Talk grabbing for the brass ring, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When you didn't, it's like you're not gonna have a WrestleMania. Well, I'll shave my head to do it.
Mm-hmm.
21.
That's some balls.
Yeah, well, technically 21.
My least favorite match: Trish versus Christy Hemme for the women's title.
With Lita rings light.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of what you get when you. To be fair, I'm not a Christy fan as well, but that's what happens when you put someone. Well, at the time I was. That's what happens when you put someone in there that wasn't ready in a WrestleMania match.
Ironically enough, it was supposed to be. I read somewhere that it was going to be Lita versus Trish at WrestleMania 20, where Lita finally defeats Trish, but obviously Lita got injured.
Yeah.
And no disrespect. Okay, obviously I wasn't a big Hemme fan now, but that was younger Megan then. This is older Megan now. Christy did a lot for Wild Candy Visuals.
Or at least tried.
At least tried. She was very, very, very supportive. Yep. So we can't hate her. So.
No, I'm definitely not hating her. I'm just saying too soon. And part of me is like, I kind of wish that she didn't have to retire when she did, because I was again, especially fan myself. I was interested to see where she could have gone when TNA when she started wrestling again, and I thought, so go on.
Her match with Kong was pretty good.
So I was kind of a bit bummed that happens, but I can understand why. 22.
Yes. Mickey James versus Trish Stratus for the women's title, as well as the pillow fight. Tori and Candice.
And also throw in Boogeyman versus Booker T and Shamel.
Oh, that is correct. Yes, I'm sorry. It's technically 3.
Well, there you go. That's great improvement for the women. You've got 3 matches.
Yep.
It will still go downhill from here, though. 23.
Ashley versus Melina, women's title, lumberjail match.
Yep. 24.
Ashley and Maria versus Beth and Melina.
Yeah, when the lights went out.
Yep.
That was unfortunate. Okay. 25.
The Battle Royal from Hell.
Celebrate 25 years of women at WrestleMania, even though they were only in like 10. Have it won by a man.
Embarrassing.
That would definitely not go. Would definitely not happen now. Even without the revolution, that definitely wouldn't happen now. Whew. 26.
I know it was a 10-woman tag that I know.
I'll give you that.
Beth, Eve, Gail, Mickey, Kelly versus Lay Cool, Alicia Fox, Maurice, and Vicky.
Say that again, the last team?
Lay Cool, Vicky, Maurice, Alicia.
Well done. Yeah. Well done. You got that one. 27.
27. Wow. You know how Bailey, I remember this one because John Morrison snubbed Trish Stratus? Trish, him, and Snooki versus
You only know the one side. Do you remember the other?
Lay Cool and Dolph.
Oh, well done. You're not cheating on me, are you? You're not cheating here, are
No,
you?
I remember it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's like you remember it because of the train wreck after it.
Yeah, the snub.
And also, very hard to remember the WrestleMania 27 because it was just a bad WrestleMania.
It was.
28.
Kelly and Maria Menounos versus Beth Phoenix and Eve. To be honest, that match should have been I had a bonus. I do have a bone to pick with the next match, next WrestleMania. To be fair, Beth should have defended the title with Kelly and Eve. To be honest, that I think they got a little bit robbed.
What was that? Was that 28 or 29?
That was 28.
Alright, so 29.
Cut.
That was a match that should have happened but didn't. Is that what?
Yeah. It was the Tons of Funk versus Cody and Cody and Sandra versus the Bella Twins. Honestly, this is what I'm thinking too.
This actually, that goes to show you just how far we got. Now we got to a point where 29, not so far away, 6 years ago, a women's match got cut.
Yep. But here's what, honestly, I think the Divas title should have been on the line at WrestleMania 29. Reason, AJ and Caitlyn were feuding. But to be honest, Caitlyn should have been teaming up with Team Hell No for the tag titles against those three, AJ, Biggie, and Dolph. But I wasn't on WWE's division at the time. So.
Right. 30.
The 14 women title match for the Divas Championship.
Can you name them?
All of them?
Or as many as you can.
Oh, jeez. All right. AJ Lee was going as champion. If I'm correct, I'm talking about Finn for the remainder of the night.
Jeez. Please be wrong then. I'll actually, you name a name, I'll tell you if they're in or not.
I said AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Layla.
Yes. That's 2.
Rosa.
3.
Summer.
4.
Emma.
5.
Naomi Cameron.
6, 7.
Bella Twins.
8 and 9.
Tamina.
10.
I said Emma, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. I am blanking out here.
You're missing 3, I think.
Oh my god. Oksana.
10.
Okay. Eva Marie.
11. Now you're missing, I think, was it?
Huh?
1. Now you're missing 3. I think. I forgot one of them.
Paige was not. Paige is not in the match debut. All right. Oh my god. Holy shit! This was 5 years ago. Who did I say so far?
I kind of don't want to say it in risk in fear of naming someone that you didn't say. If you said it already, I'll know you did.
So I'm missing 3.
So I believe you are. I maybe count one you've already said. I don't think you are. Yeah, you're missing 3, I think.
I said AJ, right?
Yes, you did. Tell us the first one. You got 10.
Okay. Alright, I'm trying to think. Alicia Fox?
11.
Natty?
12.
Oh my god.
And 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is it 12? It is 12. You're missing 2.
I said Cameron, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so it was AJ, Oksana, Alicia, Brie, Cameron, Emma, Eva, Layla, Naomi, Rosa, Summer, Tamina.
Say that again, sorry.
AJ, Oksana, Alicia, Brie, Cameron, Emma, Eva, Layla, Naomi, Natalia, Nikki, Rosa, Summer, Tamina.
Yeah, you read that off the list, didn't you?
No, because I doubled them.
You doubled them. You didn't say. I don't think you said Eva Rosa.
I said Eva and Rosa.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I counted 12. Did I say them?
Yep.
Okay, well, you got them all.
Woohoo! I could talk to Finn regarding the night.
No, you can't.
Okay. 31.
I was trying to get the Jeopardy theme ready so I could, say that in the silence, but then you had to do that while I got it ready. Thanks. Anyway, 31.
Tag match: Paige and AJ versus the Bella Twins.
Yep, 32.
Alright. The Total Divas tag match. Total Divas: Paige, Eva, Natalia, Brie Bella, and Alicia Fox versus anti-Total Divas. Naomi, Tamina, Lana, Summer, and Emma.
Yes. Or Team Bad and Blonde.
Yeah. And obviously the triple threat match was Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky for the title.
Which I completely forgot to do the times. But yeah, the one that stole the show, and that went 16 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually... Oh, actually, it was the fourth longest in the show. I was going to say it was the longest match, but no, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, the main event got 27. Taker and Shane went 30, and others 33.
33.
33. I've completely lost track of what you've got right and what you've got wrong. By the way, so
33. Bailey, Charlotte, Sasha, Nia for the title, Raw title. Obviously, Maurice and Miz versus Nikki and Cena.
yeah, that aged great.
Yeah, and the 6-pack challenge for the title. Not Asuka, Naomi, Carmella, Mickey, Becky, Alexa,
And
Natty.
there you go.
Okay, remember this
Six-pack challenge that had 5 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we know about 34.
34 Battle Royal. Nia versus Alexa, Charlotte versus Asuka, and the debut of Big Dick Mania.
And
What?
you're missing one.
Oh, the mixed tag match from last year.
Oh, jeez. You bring up Finn before you bring up fucking Ronda. Get it off the mind.
No, my mind's dirty right now.
Probably a good idea to end the show then.
Alright, so
oh yeah, and 30. Oh yeah, and actually to complete the collection, 35. Even though it's this Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so
Complete it.
Alright, so prediction. Run down the predictions.
35.
The women's battle royal, Megan versus Sarah Elizabeth,
Oh,
and then
again, something else. I got another reference that nobody got but me.
Oh jeez. And obviously the winner take all match.
There we go. Now we can finish.
All right, everyone. So thank you for listening to our show.
Also, by the way, I'm actually looking at the card right here. Apparently, according to this, the pre-show matches are going to be both Battle Royals and the Cruiserweights.
Womp womp.
So, there you go.
All right, everyone. We'll see.
Good.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.